It was July of 2003. Heather DeWild went missing after driving to her estranged husband, Dan DeWild's house to pick up a set of insurance cards and sign some paperwork for her 2 children. Heather's parents grew concerned when she didn't return, and after calling Dan, they were told Heather left the kids with him and went shopping, something that this mom knew was never going to happen. When questioned by police, Dan was told by his twin brother, David, not to speak to the police. Detectives believe this was not a missing persons case, but that Heather had actually met with foul play. However, there was no murder weapon, no fingerprints, no blood in the house where police believe she was killed. Nothing tied the brothers to Heather's murder, even though they were both suspects. 6 weeks after she disappeared, Heather's body was found by a road worker moving dirt on a canyon road. Eventually, the case grew cold, and Heather's parents felt that they would never get an answer to actually what happened to their daughter. 2 years later, a new district attorney was elected, and they appealed to him to help. He and his team began methodically going through each piece of information. The 8 years after Heather's body was found, Dan and David were arrested for her murder. A bombshell bit of information turned the case for everyone. Prosecutors learned that before Heather disappeared, the DeWild brothers had watched TV crime dramas and forensic shows. They had begun planning the crime when Heather filed for divorce. Later, David turned to his twin brother, revealing Dan had killed Heather. Even filming and reenactment of the crime, Dan DeWild was eventually convicted and sentenced to 74 years. David took a plea deal and returned for his testimony and received 12 years for second-degree murder.